Saturday morning, that means I got all day to work on the van. I'm a little hesitant to tell you my plans for today because they're probably not all going to be realized, but I'm going to be building more brackets for this, mounting it, pulling it down, prepping it for paint tomorrow. I'm going to hopefully install our fantastic fan back here, and I would like to get the bike mount secured and get some sort of storage option going and bolt this to the wall there so we can drive without worrying about the fridge falling over. Looking forward to getting this buttoned up on the bed and getting the bed just sitting up there all by itself. On the underside of these brackets, I've got these T-nuts that suck into the wood and are captive and have a nice big head to keep it from pulling through. That should be really good for those. This is a cool moment. My design worked. I've got a nutsert here, and just one seat belt thing on each side, and this is rock solid. I can shake the whole van from it, and we're still going to add 1, 2, at least 3 more of these. So I'm pretty excited about how solid this is feeling, and I don't feel like I'm going to need vertical supports. With these brackets in, now I need to make 1, 2, 3 more of them. I would love to make more of these, but I'm out of 1/4 inch stock. I'm running out of time more than anything. To do it right, I would probably go get a whole bunch more 1/4 inch stock, build a bunch of those. I really think 2 bolts here is overkill though. I think I can get away with 1, so I bought these little 8-inch brackets at Ace. They're about a 1/4 inch thick. I'm gonna bend these to the right size and shape, cut it off, and that'll save me a couple hours today. This is saving a ton of time. I cut that slit, threw it in a vise, and was able to bend it. Once I get it the angle I want, I will re-weld that crack shut. Then I'll have my bracket done in a matter of minutes instead of hours. The next couple of days have rain in the forecast, so I figure now's a good time to get the fantastic fan in. It's a little bit freaky. I've installed one before when there was already a hole cut, but I've never cut a hole for a fantastic fan in our beautiful new top. But it's got to be done, and we always wanted a fan in here anyway, just a little bit nerve-wracking. Well, you know, hindsight is 20/20. We love our fiberine top. We went with the bubble top, which is very similar to the old Sportsmobile Voyager. It looks cool, gets good mileage, aerodynamic. But if I could do it over again, I'd probably get the more square one. Looks like the Nissan NV tops. I think they're ugly, but I think it'd make more sense for mounting solar panels and this fantastic fan. The fan came with this piece of trim, which is really nice. The only bummer is you have to stretch it a little to fit it over there. But it's gonna give me a rough size of the fan on top. So I've marked out my 14-inch hole, which is slightly bigger than this, which is great. Straight enough. Straight as I can get it. There's no like sharp corners here to measure from, so I just did my best. All right, I'm gonna drill a hole, cut it out with my jigsaw. All right, so I take it back. This is actually a pretty cool top with the fantastic fan. It looks like it was meant for it, and that's what this little bump is. Still gonna be interesting to see how the solar panels fit. One thing I'm really glad I did was get the wood reinforcements in the top and the sides. If anyone's thinking about getting a top for their van, definitely do that. It's worth the extra time. Now we can mount cabinets to it. When we screw in our fantastic fan, it's gonna be going into wood instead of just fiberglass. Quick little tip for those of you new to drilling. When you're drilling through fiberglass and wood, you want the high speed. When you're drilling through metal, you want the low speed setting. Oh, this hurts me to do this. Whew. It's super bright up here with the white top. So I got my glasses on. This is freaky, but it must be done. Whew. That was awful. There's fiberglass dust everywhere. Some of you might find this interesting. Fiberine tops are really sturdy, especially when you get them with the wood in the middle. So it's fiberglass, a half inch of OSB board, and then another layer of fiberglass. Super rigid. And so if you're not going to get solar panels or put a big roof rack on or stand on your roof or anything like that, you'd be okay not getting the wood. If you are going to do that, you definitely want to get the wood reinforcements in it. I have to go take a shower. I am covered in tiny little bits of fiberglass shards. This is awful. I don't know how those guys at Fiberine do that day in and day out. I feel awful. Got to change my clothes. But we got our hole in the roof. That'll be a good spot. It's better be a good spot for that. Well, the Fantastic fan is sitting in there, but the roof's a little thin. The Fantastic fan actually comes out below the roof. I don't know the best way to deal with that. I'll worry about it later. But it is kind of curved too, so that's going to be tricky to get that all sealed. I may use this, may not. Still undecided. We're not going to put fabric on the roof anytime soon, so something to think about. Also, the wood here is 1/2 inch. I think it came with 1-inch screws, and they're all going to poke out by like a 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to have a whole bunch of little screws poking out unless I go to a smaller screw. So we're going to go to Ace, get some smaller screws, put the butyl tape on this, screw it in, and then give it a couple days to dry, and then what's that stuff called? Sikaflex, no, Dicor. Then we'll put Dicor all over and seal it up. I've got my butyl tape all over the fan. Getting ready to position it. All right. See if it poked through. Just barely. I can't feel it. That could have been the hole I drilled too, so I think I'm good to keep using those. Just got the bed, first panel in, and we have some helpers.
Yeah, so this is my sister Mariana and my dad, who's in town because he's going to go camping with us, and my brother-in-law Chris.
Hello.
And it's super nice having help and company, and they brought us dinner, which is awesome because we've pretty much just been living off of like sandwiches and greens that my sister brings us for the last month. So it was awesome to have a good meal.
Yeah, they took Fender for a walk. All 5 of us are going camping and paddling in a week. That'll be a much needed rest. Thanks, guys. This is looking good. Yeah. Teresa's little cutouts up there looking good.
Along nicely.
That's going to be our side cabinet there. This is looking solid. Okay, we can unbolt this and start sanding. Then prep it for paint.
Well, we've got the bed out because we've got the first coat of primer on that. And Steve got the Fantastic fan in. I got some of these templates made. We made really good progress tonight, and having family here to help us, I think that they saved us hours. Like, seriously, getting that bed sanded and painted, it felt like it took us like 15 minutes because we had so many hands. So, big thanks to my family. Good night. I think we're going to call it.